San Marcos, Texas, when Jill Townsend steps on the basketball floor Monday afternoon for her first NCAA tournament game in 3 years, there will be a pause, a big exhale. "I'm not going to lie, it's going to be unreal," said Townsend, throwing her stoicism to the Texas wind as the subject turned to the NCAAs and the Zags' first-round date with the Belmont Bruins. "It will be a sigh of relief that we've made it," Townsend said. "To be able to step on that floor after all that's happened." Then she stuffed the emotions back inside and resumed the persona of senior captain. She didn't feel the need to revisit the pain of injury, pestilence, fire and illness that have staggered Townsend and those she loves. She also didn't mention the extraordinary highs, the winning shots, the championships, and above all the sublime sisterhood of a college basketball team. "This is also a business trip, and we have a job to do," Townsend said. Townsend Tough'In, her hometown of Okanogan, Washington, they're selling t-shirts for March Madness. Townsend Tough 32, they say in bold type, a tribute to Jill and the number she's worn since high school. The words are heartfelt from those who know her best, an acknowledgment that Townsend has handled triumph and disaster with more equanimity than most of us could muster. It was also from Okanogan that Townsend took the toughest road trip of her career on a chilly Friday night exactly 2 years ago. 11 days earlier, she had helped the Zags come from behind to beat St. Mary's in the semifinals of the West Coast Conference Tournament in Las Vegas. Late in the game, her left leg buckled and broke. Following a painful surgery the following week, she was back at the family ranch near Okanogan. Her left leg was in a cast. And yet, her only thought was of her GU teammates, now 400 miles away in Corvallis, Oregon, and preparing for a first-round game. Townsend could have sat there, counting on her teammates to do their jobs. Yet Townsend reckoned she wasn't doing her job, that texting just wasn't enough. Her teammates needed her. "I was just dying," Townsend said. She asked her older brother Jim to drive her to Oregon. A former lineman at Eastern Washington, he understood the bonds of teammates. "Sure thing," Jim said. Their mom Janell, home during her lunch break to check on Jill, was a tougher sell. She called the surgeon, who gave his okay. That was all it took. The next morning, Townsend was standing outside the arena at Oregon State as the team bus pulled in. Players shrieked, gently embraced Townsend and then manhandled the Little Rock Trojans. Townsend and Laura Stockton, also injured in the St. Mary's game, joined the midcourt celebration. "It was like our team was whole again." That was important to Townie, coach Lisa Fortier said. But it was a bittersweet moment, Townsend acknowledged. As her teammates moved on, Townsend began a rehab that was longer and more painful than expected.